Hello. So I double checked, and hopefully it doesn't bite me in the rear, but Cat Stevens, Yusef Sharif is what he goes by, I believe, or went by, I don't know if he's still living, is amongst the revenue sharing artists on Facebook. So if anyone recalls, this song was on the end of the second Guardians of the Galaxy when the guy that wore the mohawk and whistled the arrow passed away, and they were honoring him with the Warriors salute and whatnot. So I do like some Cat Stevens. Good morning. It's late morning. Gosh, it's been eventful in the Wines household. So poor old Gary ended up going and getting checked out over there at the ER. The poor guy had flu all week, and then went and double checked a bit of a racy heart scenario. Everything's cool. Getting checked out with a thing called a Holter monitor, just to make sure the old blood pressure and everything's good. It's what happens when you get old. You got to do stuff like that. So, but since he isn't a spring chicken, and it was involving, potential residuals from having been so sick this week, and he has blood pressure and all that. Anyhow, double checked. It was okay. So all is well. Made for a tired morning, and then, of course, at the hospital, they were great over there. They were fairly expeditious, but we happened to get there right before shift change, so that kind of slows things down. And then, of course, there was an influx of folks that came in right about shift change. But now headed to the lodge after I found my keys. It was very, very warm yesterday. It's going to be great today. I had taken a jacket off that had my work badge in it. One of my other jobs, luckily it was hanging up. So now I've got everything back. We're centered and ready to roll for the day. Yesterday was a rough one, guys. It's kind of got me. It was one of those days that you're like, oh God, how do you get back from this day? Long drawn out story short, taxes this season haven't been, I don't know why I'm going this way, but that's okay, haven't been particularly in my favor. So for the first time, I'm going to be amongst those that owe, so processing that. But being very blessed, having done well for myself financially, that's great. But the unfortunate fact of the matter is when you're not able to get insurance, through an employer stuff, which I'm not complaining, that is how it is. A lot of people deal with that. One of the best options overall is to go through the marketplace. Now, the reason I say that, from what I'm understanding, it is the one way that you can get when you're paying for your own insurance, you can get pre-existing and your wellness checks covered. 44 years old, things like a mammogram, your regular annual checkups, the dermatologist is included. All those things are very important. They're very expensive. And having insurance to help offset that is great. However, due to the increase in income, changes your tax credit you're available to. So I now have a rather hefty per month insurance bill that I'm trying to sort of explore options. From what I'm understanding, I may be in the best scenario. It's going to take some number crunching, baby. So anyone who's dealing with that, or deals with the marketplace and is insured by them, has been. Was it worth it when you had to start paying godly amounts more, or did you explore other options? Let me know. All I can say is I thought today, when it kind of started out heading to the ER, was going to be just another suck day, and yesterday was rough. But everything worked out with Gary. He got a good, clean bill of health as far as it's nothing we're, having to run about right now, but we just have to do some follow-up sorts of things. And with me, once, and I know this too shall pass, once the energy and just the chemicals all involved in yesterday kind of simmered down, now it's easier to process. So I hope you guys have a good day, and if you're going through it, just know tomorrow's a new day, and try to not let it eat you alive. I'm going to go get to work. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. If you need me, you know where to find me. Peace.